What's going on, everyone? It's Maximus Trades back with another video. Today's episode 12 of the $150 to $1,000 challenge, and here's how I made $40 trading the Nasdaq today. As you can see, we're back to kind of square one. We're made it all back. We're at 150. So if you didn't catch yesterday's episode, we took a loss, but it wasn't that big. But over Christmas break and a little before then, we were in a bad space mentally, and we took a lot of bad trades. Ended up losing a lot of money. But now we're just, it feels like a reset. We're back after today, really good day today. We took two trades, two shorts, won both of them, and we made $40. So yeah, the account balance is back up. We're back to reset. So coming into the day today, it wasn't really any clear draws we could have targeted. I mean, there was this high on the 4 hour, and there was this hourly fair value gap, or a 15-minute fair value gap, or something like that. Yes, so it was it was a 30-minute fair value gap, maybe. I don't know. It was a fair value gap up here, a higher time frame fair value gap, which I marked out here, which I think was a major draw for us. Again, market open was around, market open was around like here-ish, so right over here. So this 4 hour candle over here. So we had this fair value gap, which had already been filled, and then we had this low down here. So I really didn't know, there was no like kind of high time frame indication of where we were gonna go. Like normally there is a clear indication, like even on the hourly. All the best thing here we had here were these lows, but then I also saw this high being swept here, which gave me kind of like a bearish incentive for the day. So yeah, overall I was looking at these lows for my most clear draw on the higher time frame. So my bias was technically pretty bearish, and then we came into the day, and as you can see, market opened around right here. We had a leg up, and we took out these London highs over here. Let me just mark them out. We took out these London highs over here, and then from there, I didn't get. So from there, we took out these London highs here, and on the S&P 500, we're doing kind of the exact same thing. There's really no S&P. There was like very few S&Ps. Same thing. We took out the London high over here, and it was a clear kind of short opportunity for me because again, off the higher time frames, my bias was pretty bearish. By the way, there's no news today. I mean, this CPI at 8:30, which is like nothing really crazy happened. But I think the CPI, like there was some red folder news, a bunch of red folder news at 8:30. Nothing really crazy happened. So yeah, so coming in, we had our sweep. We marked out our equilibrium here, and ended up taking this short and taking partials for $20. And got stopped at a break even. So let me just closer look over here. So we came down. This is our retest zone. We came down to here. We entered off this 1 minute inversion of this value gap down here. We took our partials at this low over here. We took $20 off at this low. So as you can see, to recap, we had that 5 minute. We came up, we had this 5 minute sweep over here, had this bearish candle form, marked out the equilibrium of this bearish candle, waited for us to trade back into equilibrium with this candle, as you can see over there. We had this fat leg up right after we made that bearish candle. Then we waited for a 1 minute confirmation, which is our inversion, right? I didn't want to enter up here because when you see normally when 1 minute confidence, especially when I see like multiple gaps stacked up, like there's a fair value gap right there. There was two bullish fair value gaps kind of stacked up here. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till we inverse the second one at least to enter, just because I don't want to kind of end, because we're in uptrend here as well. So I don't want to, like, this could just be we could inverse this one, but we could inverse this one, but we could come in, fill this one, and keep going up, right? So that's why I waited for this last one to be entered. So I entered like right around this level, and then we ended up coming down to these equal lows, taking them out. I took partials there, break even, and then we ended up coming back up. We can stop that break even. $20. It was a good trade. And then coming back down here, we came back all the way back up to these highs once again. So that's that for that trade. Let me just get rid of that because it makes it a lot clearer. Actually, no, keep that one up there. So we came back up here, and as you can see, we didn't close above these highs on Nasdaq, but on the S&P, we kind of came up and we closed around made equal highs here on S&P, and on Nasdaq we did not make equal highs. We were a lot lower, so that's our S&T, right? That's our 5 minute confirmation. after we swept out these levels. Then I waited for the equilibrium of this candle. First bearish candle after the move, after the sweep. Marked it out, waited for the 1 minute to trade back up into that candle. So we came up here. As you can see, we traded back up. I waited for we had a little close here. So my thinking here was, so as you can see, right over here we traded back into equilibrium and then we closed below. I didn't want to enter here because you had these stacked up, this lots of liquidity right here sitting on this fair value gap over here. This fair value gap over here. You had lots of liquidity just sitting right there, right? And let me just mark it out. So we had lots of liquidity just sitting right here, and then so right after this close, I don't want to enter. I wanted to wait for proper at least a close below the 50% line of the fair value gap, because we already had a lot of confirmation confidence on the 1 minute. We just want to make sure this liquidity pool was going to make us reverse. So what happened was we waited and we got the close below the 50%, just entered straight targeting these equal lows over here. And I could have stretched my take profit down to these lows. I should have, but I just wanted to close early. So we ended up making another $20 off this trade, clean snipe. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. I might trade Asian session today. I want to practice it a little more back. That's a little more before I do. I might look if there's any good opportunities. But anyway, overall, very good day, $40. We're back to square one on the live account. As you can see, now we can be back on our shit right now. We're at 154. We're taking this shit up to 1,000. But episode 12, pretty good day, back to square one. A good little reset, good little refreshing, win. 2 back-to-back wins in the morning. So hopefully you can continue this next week. And let's hopefully maybe trade some Asia tonight. So anyway, that's enough for today. It's episode 12, Maximus Trades out.